Hello everybody, JD here from Tactile Gaming. Welcome to the month of October. Well, a lot of things have gone on in the last couple of weeks here. Not only is it starting to get a little bit colder, being as it's October, but I have been doing a crap ton of work around the farm. I've had guys in here ripping stuff out. I've got uh, a bunch of fields made up. You know what? Instead of trying to explain it to you, I think it's easier to just show you. So let's just jump into the old John Deere here. As you can see, the house is gone. The fence is gone. Still got a bunch of trash that's got to be picked up. We'll be doing that shortly, grabbing ourselves a dump trailer and getting rid of some of this stuff. You can see the silos are gone. They haven't taken all the trash yet, but it's a start. We're getting there. Haven't done anything with these two yet. The horse pen got torn down, and we took all the wood and burnt it and got rid of that. We got rid of the sheds that were back over here. There was really bad infestation of mice and dead animals, and it just wasn't worth keeping around. First thing we got to do here, though, is we got to get ourselves up to the shop. So just quickly run up and show you what's going on here. As you can see, we've got a field to the right. It's all rock picked and plowed. That field's rock picked and plowed. And we have two more fields, rock picked and plowed. So now that that's done, we got to get ourselves up to the shop. And I'm going to be buying something today. I need some new goodies. We have to lime all these fields and fertilize them, of course. So we're going to fertilize first, and then we're going to lime the fields. That way we pretty much have a double state of fertilization, even though nothing's going into the ground till springtime. Some guys have double fertilization before they plant their crops. Some guys plant their crops with fertilizer. I don't know which way we're gonna go yet, but before we hit to the shop, I have to take you down here. I have to show you what's going on. It is absolutely amazing what's been built in the last month. You know, our little out of the way area is starting to take effect. They put a road in. And back where they had me mow the grass, we have some new buildings. Excuse me. So let's just rip down here quickly and see what's going on. Well, since I cut all that grass, they put in this road, like I said. There's a couple of new houses that have been built. There's a couple of new apartment complexes that have gone up. There's a basketball court, a local inn, restaurant. Garrison has come in and built a fuel station. We now have another grocery store that's sprung up. And we have a shop. Another one. Rebellion's Customs. I don't know what they're all about yet. I don't see a whole lot of info about these guys. But from what I understand, they're a full-on custom car or any kind of vehicle repair shop. So that's kind of nice to see. So our little town is starting to grow. You know, it's amazing what can happen in a month. It was you know, being on the farm and doing the work around the farm, I didn't notice it too much because this is kind of out of the way for me. Usually I just head up to the shop. Um, Another thing that's happened is I met a gentleman that is looking for some work. He's a good farmhand, so we'll be able to hire him on to help us out with a few things. When we need 2 or 3 things getting done at the same time, he says he's willing to give a hand. Things are pretty slow right now, I guess, down at the mill, so he came up and introduced himself to me and asked if I had any work that he could do on the side. You know, we sat down and talked, and when I told him when I need him, I'd more than be willing to give him a call. So when that time comes, we will give that gentleman a call and go from there. Now, first thing I gotta do is I gotta buy a seed, or I gotta buy a fertilizer. So, looked at the shop. There is a nice tractor here, except it's an old Allis-Chalmers. It's on for 46% off. You know, it's you know, it's only 302 horsepower. My little JD does that, but this might be better for pulling plows and stuff than my John Deere. I tell you, it worked pretty hard. Oh no, I don't want to buy it. Something to think about. We've got till I can keep watching the shop. Hopefully it doesn't leave too soon. But that's really not what we're here for today. What we're here for today is just the good old lime and lime spreader. Now there's all kinds of them in here. I'm just not sure which way to go. I don't know what the real difference is. 42. You know what? Let's just take the first one. We'll leave the branding on it. Holy crow, 15,000 liters. Wow. I think we're going to take dark gray cover. We're going to do white for fertilizer. Accessory. Light gray. Ticker. We'll go back to dark gray. Well, there's number 1. So we'll buy that. Yes. And the next one, we're going to change the cover to green. Just got to find a nice green. Yeah, that'll work. We'll use green for lime. You know, lime's not really green, but green, lime, yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. Now, I don't want to be transferring back and forth and back and forth. That's why I'm buying 2. Oh, did I not buy that? Oh. Capacity, frame, dark gray, cover, green for lime, accessory, light gray, ticker, light gray. So there's another 50,000, folks. It's just amazing how fast this is. My money's going down. Oh yeah, I got work to do today, and it's gonna start to rain. Luckily, we can do fertilizing and liming when it rains. So first thing we'll do is we'll put this on the front. Take the cover off. Now comes the fun part, the expensive part. I gotta fill these up. I don't have... let's see how much this is gonna cost. Oh, thank God we've got the extra capacity. How much is 15,000 liters of wine? $15,000. God, I hope this is enough to do all 3 fields. I really do. Because that was a pretty... That was a lot of cash. But it is what it is. We need it. This is why I said I gotta watch the money. Because I just spent $50,000 on spreaders. And then I gotta fill them up. Well, there was $15,000 for the lime. The lime's cheap. The fertilizer is probably gonna be pretty damn expensive. Look at that money go down. Oh God. Yep, this one's gonna hurt. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. $108,000 for fertilizer? Oh my God. Well, it is what it is. We're gonna have to look into seeing. This shop's kind of high priced. I think we're gonna have to look into some of the other places around and see if we can get a better discount from somebody. So if I gotta fill this up every time, I'm gonna be bankrupt in no time. Oh man, that hurt. Like I said, hopefully I only have to do this once. So, let's head back to the farm. And drop off the lime spreader. And start doing some fertilizing. Figured you guys might want to be here for this since I didn't bring you in while we did all the plowing and all the stone picking. I did hear from the sheriff. If nobody's claimed that they tried to make contact with the guy who supposedly owned it, he's not getting back to them. At the end of this month, that puppy's going to be mine. And I can go back and, because I had to lease a plow, and 4 days of plowing sure added up quick. I really hope that this is fine to... all it's going to do is help put it into the field with a little bit of rain. Now, I've kind of been talking to the real estate agent, and there's a piece of land. Let's just go over, let's do the big piece first. The piece of land just past my field that I've got here in front of me is up for sale. And it's a fair-sized piece, and it's nice and close to home. So it's something I'm contemplating. But after what after just spending almost $200,000, I don't know. It's going to be a little hard to. It's a hard one to swallow. But you know, it's not like we don't have the money. I just got to be careful because until I can start producing stuff, you know, until I can start producing, no, I'm just gonna stop that. We're gonna check the map. I want to make sure this is actually taking fertilizer. Oh. Okay, if we take needs lime off. Well, these fields are just about perfectly fertilized. Well, that's a bonus. All right, then. I guess all I have to do is do some liming. Never mind the fertilizing. Well, that's going to save us a bunch of money. Because now I've got fertilizer for in the spring. That's a nice little bonus. I'll tell you, I'm sure liking the weather around this area. For early October, it's pretty nice. We're still getting up into the 16s, 17s during the day. Night, not, nights aren't bad. We're not in the minuses yet, but, that's coming. There's no questions asked. It's getting late. Um, I've been informed that my sheds I won't get my sheds until probably early December, late January, somewhere in there. Unfortunately, the company that I'm dealing with is just, they're having issues getting some of their production materials. But that seems to be the way of the world anymore. Every time you turn around, you go to get something, there's no stock and it's on back order, or we can't have, or there's none available, or you've got this much lead time to get something made. The days of something on the shelf anymore, they're getting slim and none. Right. So let's get this started up. Let's get some lime down on these fields. And the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking that piece of land right beside this field might be a good idea to buy. I'd hate to lose out on it. So I might have to make a call this afternoon after I'm done liming all these fields. Oh, I don't think I'm going to have enough lime to do everything. Wow. It's chewing through the lime pretty good. Well, at least we're cruising along at a pretty good speed too, so. And I'm not going to be able to get it all. I tried to get the fields as square as I could. I'm only so good with the plow. I know they're not completely straight. Wow, yep, we're going to be making another trip. I can see that already. Excuse me. You see, we're down to 63%, and we're not. I don't know. We might make the other ones. We'll have to see. I sure like this back shortcut around. You're not kind of a long way, but kind of a short way. Still haven't. I didn't plow this field because I'm not done I don't know if I'm done with all the logging and everything yet. I'm not going to get another cut off this field this year anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So, but I definitely contemplating that other piece of land. You know, as I'm doing this, the more and more I think about it, I think I'd be pretty nuts not to buy that piece of land, especially with it being right on top of my other piece of land there. You know, it's kind of one of those things you do, and then with my luck somebody else will buy it, and then as for expanding, we'll have to expand another direction. I don't know if I'm ready to expand yet. 3 fields seems like a lot of work. But I keep thinking if I'm gonna have cows and chickens and sheep, I gotta have a barley field, a wheat field. Wow, I just really messed that up. I'm gonna need a barley field. I'm gonna need a wheat field. Because chickens eat wheat or sorghum. I need to be able to make straw. I need to be able to cut grass. And I'm going to need a lot of grass for silage and for the sheep. So, you know, maybe 4 fields isn't enough. You know, because I've got the 4 cultivated fields here. And I've got the little grass one to my right. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. Now, I was doing a little bit of research and looking around, and you know, I thought I'd start small with 10 cattle. But the guys I've been talking to say if I'm going to go 10, you might as well go 30. At least then you'll start making decent amounts of milk. And as for chickens, I was going to go 10 or 20. One of the guys that used to raise chickens and stuff, he said, don't do that. Just, if you're going to do it for chickens and eggs, go a minimum of 100. So, you know, that's all going to add up. Do I got enough to finish here? I do so. Well, we got that far. So I guess from here we head back up to the shop. Go fill that up again. Oh, it's a lot of running around, I tell you. But once it's done, it's done. Although I am going to have to get a hold of some other people and see if we can get a better deal or something. I'd like to actually, when we start putting silos in and stuff, I'm going to see if there's a place that does bulk where they bring in your silo and they fill it up, or you place an order to fill X amount of liters and they just kind of take care of you, because this way is getting pretty expensive, and really there's nowhere else here around right now that does bulk lime. Like, I can buy it by the pallet if I want to do it that way, but I don't. I don't want to have a bunch of pallets and stuff laying all over the farm, and just not really something I want right now. Hopefully we got enough lime here. I should be smart to put that on the front for now so that we can bring home trailer, but it's not hurting anything right here. The guys know I'm gonna get it eventually. Um, I'll come up and get it. You know, I'm giving them that tractor and stuff. So, um, I do have a gentleman that messaged me with a little note on one of my trucks. He's interested in all the wood from that old barn so he can construct a smaller style barn uh, from out of state, but he wants actual old wood barn to do it. And I was, I don't see why that wouldn't be a good idea on my end. He said he'd do all the work and get rid of everything for me. So that means that I won't have to be dealing with all the nails or the ashes and stuff after burning all the wood. So I think I'm going to let him come and do that. He said he can come and get that done by the end of October. Not a problem. Oh, I didn't want to shut off. Whatever. So we waste a little bit. I see I missed a spot there anyway, so I'm going to probably be wasting a little bit more there. We're just about done. Yep, one more month and that plow's mine. That'll be kind of nice because I'm thinking we're going to need it. Because the more I think about it, the more I contemplate, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy that other piece of land. Probably won't do anything more than use it for grass for right now. If we need to, we can always make 2 fields out of 1. That's not a problem there. Because this field here, the way the lines for the county run, we lose a little bit because of the roads that are at the back side of the field and then along the field. So we lose a little bit here and there. So, you know, maybe it might be worth it. And with that, the lime is done. So if we just bring up the map here, you can see my plots of land. This is the county map. These are my 3 plots of land. This one, which I have 2 fields in, and I lose a lot with the road there, and through here, and down here. This is all trees. That's that little grass field and where my horse or cattle are going to go. That's the one field there. But it's actually only half a field because the road cuts my property in half. But this is the field 24. That's, like I said, it's right on the border of mine. I could make a second, or I could extend this field a little bit and make a second field here. And that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields and a grass field. Now, I talked about a bumper crop and stuff, and that's kind of that one that's across from the grass field. I thought about making that because it's the biggest field, making that into canola or soybean. But then here I'd have to have probably wheat, and here barley, just so I get straw. And then this would be either, I don't know what else I'm going to need yet. Probably grass for this season or the next 2 seasons, because if I'm going to get 100 to 150 cattle and 100 sheep and 100 chickens. I have to feed these animals, and I get them trucked in. I don't think that's going to be cheap either. But now we're not going to be mulching. We're not going to be rolling. We are playing with stones. We need lime, need periodic plowing, and fertilize. So everything actually looks like we're in good shape. The only thing not fertilized twice is this piece of grass, but that's because it hasn't been plowed up and made into proper grass yet. Oh, damn, I love coffee. Oh. So, at least today we got something done. It's still early. It's only 8:30, quarter to 9. So we'll be able to, and actually 15 and another 50, so 7.5. You know, for the amount of fields we do have, we only used a little over 21,000 liters of lime, which isn't too bad. Um, I should have thought about it, but I went out back. Let's just drive over there. That stone crusher that's in the yard. I went and did some digging and research on it. And I did fire it up, but I wanted to make sure everything was good to go. And if we take a look at it, there's 21,000 liters of stones in here. How much that's going to make in lime, I'm not sure, but, that probably would have done the lime we needed today. So that could have saved me some money. But, again, I didn't think it through. So I just kind of got fertilizer spreader and lime spreader and filled them up there, not thinking that if I'd have run this for a day or two, it probably would have made enough lime to do those fields. Yeah, well, we live, we learn. God, this weather sucks. I'm gonna have to wait till it quits raining because I've got other things I want to do yet today. I want to get maybe some of these logs picked up and down to the sawmill. um, just, I hate when it's like this outside. Well, since it's raining and I can't do a whole lot else, although, can we plant anything right now? Where is that? Well, this isn't any good. I thought I had... Oh, I thought I had that turned on. I'm guessing I don't. Yeah, well, I need to fix that. We're gonna put seasonal growth on. I think that might be a little more of a challenge. As you can see, we're on normal economic difficulty. Traffic's on, not there's any here. We've turned on seasonal growth. 1 day per month. Fixed visual month is off. Snow is on. Crop destruction is off. I know everyone, it's not real. Who cares? I'm playing a game. I'm having fun. Periodic plowing is on. Field stone is on. Lime required on. Weeds, I am not dealing with weeds. I absolutely hate the weeds. Dirt is normal. All that's off for the AI workers. I guess that's pretty much it. So let's save the game. Now, there we go. Now I can see. Okay, so we're at the end of October. Planting season. I could put wheat in. I could put barley in. I can put grass in. But that's it. Excuse me again. The only thing is about seeding is I don't have a seeder. We'll have to lease one. And I got to buy seed and everything else. And right now, I'm not set up to have all this ready. So I've got, from the looks of things, till March. I might even have longer than that. Well, no, if I did some oats in March, I could harvest them in August, plant canola, barley, and wheat in September of next year. Soybeans we could do in April and harvest them in October. Sorghum we could do in April, harvest in September. February, that's cotton. I don't think I'll be doing any cotton on this. I could do oilseed radish. No, I don't need to do fertilizer. We're good for fertilizer. Well, I've got till the end of the month to try and figure this out. I'll keep going and watching the sales. Speaking of which, let's go check that out right now. See if anything new was added. Nothing's new added. Alright, so I'll keep watching the sales. I'm going to go in the house, make myself some breakfast, have a bite to eat. I don't know the next time when I'm going to be on. It could be closer towards the end of October. It could be November, maybe December. I do know I want to get some of this yard finished cleaning up. We're on it. We're on a good start. So maybe if something cool happens, I'll bring you guys in just so you can see what's going on. But with getting these fields plowed and stone picked and fertilized, I guess we didn't have to fertilize because of the grass, but then getting them lined, we're in pretty good shape for that right now. Spent a bunch of money. It is what it is. We got to spend the money. So, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe. Help me grow the channel a little bit. I understand that every time someone likes a video, comments on a video, or subscribe, it helps boost me up to where I'm seen by more and more. Anybody that has subscribed, thank you very much, because we're now up to 6. Those of you who have viewed, we've got over 100 and some odd views on my videos so far, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much for that. I don't know, let's get a little more interaction, maybe get me pushed a little further so that more people can see what's going on. And we will bring you in with the next round for episode number 8, because this one was 7. So for episode 8, we'll just have to come up with an idea, figure out what's going on, and just try and keep playing and having fun. Wish you all a good day. JD out. Peace all.